I'm calling from Fiji right now. Yeah, born in Fiji, raised and educated in New Zealand. I'm from a small town in Wellington called Lower Hutt. Went to Hutt Valley High School. Back then, that had quite a colourful history, but I hear it's doing quite well now. I graduated graduated PIHMS in 2006, and since had pretty exciting career. So I've helped open hotels. I opened the Holiday Inn in Wellington. I think it's a Ridges now. You can imagine an empty hotel with nothing inside. And I remember getting paid to run around town looking for tours and experiences to help build up the front desk and concierge, filling rooms with beds and linen, and of course eating all the M&Ms from room service while doing it. You know, it was the absolute best. Using the skills that we learned in hospitality and tourism at PIHMS, I've held roles in recruitment. As a large portion of that is customer service and obviously project and time management. I've also been involved with some of New Zealand's largest thoroughbred races, having worked for the Wellington Racing Club. So that was leveraging the conference and event skills that we learned during our time in Taranaki. After New Zealand, I moved to Australia and used the skills I learned at PIHMS and adapted them more for a modern era. So having experience in travel and tourism, I moved it more towards the technology sector. So I was the digital marketing strategist for one of Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation publications in Cairns, North Queensland. And I used my knowledge of customer experience to help build one of the most profitable news websites at the time. So we created a travel section on the site, which is where the knowledge gained from PIHMS, the tourism industry management side of things, came in extremely handy. I was then picked up by the regional tourism organisation, Tourism Tropical North Queensland, as their digital manager. During this time, our role was to promote North Queensland to the world. So I used the tourism marketing skills learned at PIHMS to drive growth and visitation for the region. So if you've heard of the Great Barrier Reef, it's highly likely that our team had something to do with it at some point in time. I then moved to Sydney and went back to work for News Corp. I was the social media manager for the state of New South Wales. So here I used the business management, human resources and finance skills that I learned at PIHMS to manage a small team. We were overseeing 23 newspapers across the state, sharing news, travel stories and the occasional meme. They were just starting back then. Now, I am overseeing the global digital marketing for Tourism Fiji. So I relocated here with the dog and the missus and have loved every minute of it. There is a bit of a fraternity that happens after you graduate. You start to build connections all over the world and you obviously stay in touch, and I'm really sort of grateful to be a part of it, so thank you. What I love about working in the industry is it does sound corny actually, is the people that you meet, the places that you get to travel to and the things you get to experience, you know. So I've been on both sides of the fence. I've stuck in an office, I've done the 9 to 5, but I've also traveled the world and had fun doing what I love. It's an easy choice if you ask me. You meet so many people from different walks of life at PIHMS that you end up having connections all over the world by the time you graduate. It really is the best. Living, studying and working at PIHMS has taught me quite a lot, not only from the books that we read, but then also life in general. You know, so with the practical skills that we had, I had my paid industry placements in Wellington and in Melbourne. Learning F&B helped me get my first placement, which is great. But combined with year 2 front office and housekeeping, it kind of helped me mature into a better person and give me the confidence to use my skills overseas and in other industries. Year 3 and the degree is what really set me up though. This is kind of what helped me realize that there was a world of opportunity within the industry of tourism as a whole, as a sector. And that's where it started to fascinate me. So, you know, it was the tourism marketing, the business management, the HR, the organizational behavioral studies that really stuck with me. So that's helped me get to where I am today. It's really helped me build my emotional intelligence and kind of leadership skills. So yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. for me, I was probably an insecure kind of introverted kid, and then moving away, living on site on campus, yeah, sort of thrown into this world of meeting new people, of uni life basically. But you're waking up every day, you're having breakfast, you're setting up your routine, you go into class, and then afterwards you've got a bit of free time to explore Taranaki. Like for me, that was amazing. You know, the first thing was that it got me out of home, and it got me to a region that I had never really experienced, and to live and work and play and stay there was something that I'll never forget. Study wise, I think the classroom setup and the lecturers were able to not only teach you challenging and complex tasks, but they were there. You had that FaceTime where they could actually sit down with you one-on-one and give you the time that you needed. So it gave you the confidence to learn, you know, so that was quite helpful too.